Hi, everybody. This is Mexican Tim, Mexican Cowboy Tim. Okay. I'm the guy that endorses Sarasota Tim that says the people are wrong of what they think of this guy. People are wrong in their thoughts. Okay. He is just a regular guy. Been doing this YouTube stuff for 5 years, I believe, and I've analyzed it a little bit. I've actually watched some of his earlier videos I hadn't done before, and I made a few videos about him. And the hate comments were incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Most of these hate channels that are coming out, there's like 10 of them. Is that, I think, 10 or 12, I think. They are, and look at their subscriptions are like a tenth or actually a 20th of what Sarasota Tim has, just to show you that really they're not doing that well. Sarasota Tim has built up the reputation. He's kind of fun to watch, even making a hamburger or making his coffee. And oh, one second. It's the best cup of coffee I've ever had in my life. It really is. I forget where it's from now, but come on, man. We like him. He's fun. You sit there in the morning at breakfast, you watch Sarasota Tim for 10 minutes, going to Walmart or whatever. It's kind of a fun thing to watch, okay? And I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, about his purchases, his financing, the motorhomes or actually the trailers he's buying and cars and whatever, that's his business, okay? We know he's not really poor. He's okay. He's doing okay. He's worked. He's got his Social Security at 62 and he's working as well. He's getting YouTube money. We all know that. He's doing a lot better than he did. But he had that idea, and the idea was to retire at 62, buy a trailer so you don't have any rent to pay. I think he found out that nothing's free in life, okay? Even emptying your gray box or black box, what it is, and getting gas for the trailer, nothing's free. Everything's expensive. And you start your car in the morning, it costs you a lot of money, because gas is so expensive right now. But we all know that he's actually a good guy, deep in his heart, and he's kind of God-fearing guy. I am not. I'm not really into religion, but I respect anybody that is, and he is, and it kind of helps him in his faith, I guess. Is his math right? No, it isn't. But what you can say is, at least, I know a lot of people have waited till 70 and they've passed away at 68. So I've known quite a few people who have passed away, especially in the last 5 years with COVID and whatever, 5 or 6 years. I've known a lot of people that have passed away and not got their retirement money that they were entitled to. Maybe that forced him to do the channel and say that 62, you should retire. Maybe that was it. COVID was the thing, I guess. But I did it at 62. I had a little money, as I say, but not that much. And I could have done it without having that money. That's all I'm trying to say, is that the money that I had after selling my home and getting the equity out of my house, and I had another investment and whatever, and my retirement, I did it. Now, I could have done it without that. I know people here. In fact, I know a lady that's close by. Actually, she's not here anymore. She left, but she was getting like $1,200 a month, and she was living very comfortably. She had a little apartment, cost her $400. She has, what does she have? $800 left a month, and she was living pretty comfortably. Okay, she was going to the store, buying a few things, buying a cup of coffee, relaxing, going to the beach, coming back, getting on a bicycle with she had a little basket on the front, and she would go and do her shopping, whatever. She had the internet, she had Netflix. What more does she want? And she did it on $1,200 a month. And if you go to other places, even Merida, if you look online, people are living there for less than, Merida's cheaper than here. But, if you go to Merida, you live easily on $1,200, $1,500 a month. If you're a couple, $2,500 a month. Easy. You'll live a really nice life. Of course, you have to be careful. Okay, you have to be careful how much you spend. You can't eat out every day. Okay, You can in local places. There are local places here that you do street food. That's fine, but restaurant wise, no. That's definitely got to be out. You got to cut that out. Going to buy a $10 cup of coffee from Starbucks is another thing that you've got to cut out. Okay, so you make your own coffee and take it with you in a flask or whatever. Buy the flask; it's cheaper. And there's things that you've got to cut out. You got to think about. You don't have a car. You don't need a car here. Public transport's good, but you can buy a bicycle. You can buy an electric bike. You don't need a license for that. Don't need insurance. Fantastic. You're on the road and you're going around. And it costs you nothing. So you got to improvise when you come to Mexico, and you can do it at 62 easily. And I did it the best way to go. Okay. They call me Cowboy John. Okay. Mexican Cowboy John. And I'm looking at myself in making this video. I'm thinking I look like a right schmuck. Okay. I really do. But anyway, all I'm going to say, please, you should do it. Okay. Give it a chance. Come for a year. Come for 2 years. You're going to love it. We have about 50,000 expats over Jalisco and Nayarit. 50,000. And they really enjoy it. You don't have to be retired. Okay. You can have a job that, a computer job. What is it called? A nomad, digital nomad. You can do that, or you can even work in telemarketing here in Puerto Vallarta, all the big towns, Puerto Vallarta, going up to Mazatlan. You have places where you can work in marketing, 3-4 hours a day. You can sit there at a desk and you can work. People do that. There's so many of them. It's full of Americans doing it and Canadians. Okay. Believe me, you don't even need a work permit to do it. They will just take you. As long as your English is good, they will take you. About staying, you get 180 days to stay in Mexico when you come through the border, anywhere. 180 days, that's 6 months. Okay. If you like it, go out, come back in again. I've done it. I used to do it. I'm a resident now, but I never used to be. And I used to go to the United States and just walk back. That's all you got to do. Okay, it's that simple. As long as you do not have a record, and when you go through and they check your passport number and you have no problem, you have no warrants out, you're fine. Okay? The thing is, you got to really be safe here, and you got to keep yourself to yourself, and you have to, what can I say? As long as you keep out of trouble, you're going to be fine here in Mexico. There is no trouble. The people are wonderful, wonderful people, wonderful food. Medical treatment is very, very inexpensive compared to the United States. And I would highly recommend coming here, okay, if you're on that kind of money that Sarasota Tim's on. Would I stay in the United States? No, I wouldn't for that kind of money, because I wouldn't, I would have retired, but I still would have had to have worked, okay? Here, I do not work, okay? So, there's, what can I say? There's a divide there. But anyway, I just wanted to say this, and I'm just going to make these short videos. This one is just to reassure people that it can be done. Please watch, and I'm going to tell you the prices on my next video. Okay, I promise. We're going to go down the prices, and I'm going to surprise everybody of how much it will cost, okay, to live here in Mexico. You can write it down, okay? And I'm going to tell you the true cost, not the cost that they put in on these thumbnails on YouTube, where it's, oh, you can live for this, you can live for $800. No, you cannot. But I will tell you how much it is, the real, truthful price of living in Mexico in my next videos. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening.